Friday. It's the weekend almost. There you go. DJ Wonder Chrissy back at it again. And it's 8 o'clock here in Chi-Town. 35 degrees, sun trying to come out. And I'm here for another episode of Migrant Mayhem. And had a nice wet willy there at the end, right? You like those wet willies? My gosh, those are satisfying. All right, so we're gonna play a couple videos, some updates, what's going on around here. I don't know if you guys got caught by the AT&T outage. I guess Chicago was hit. I'm not a AT&T customer. I'm a Verizon guy, but there seems to be a lot of crap going on in Chicago, to say the least. Let's get into some of this breaking news. Breaking news, folks. Yep, only here you're gonna get the breaking news. So let's let me set up our first video for today. Let's get into that AT&T issue that was nationwide, and they're kind of mum on what the problem was. So let me get this set up for you, and let's get ready to roll, rock and roll. Let's get the window going here. There we go, AT&T. So I hopefully you guys weren't impacted by this. They said even let me get centered here. We're out of center here. It bugs the crap out of me. All right. So let's play this, and you'll get an update on what was going on with AT&T.
Restored its wireless service following a widespread outage across the country. Customers spent most of the morning unable to place calls, text, or even access the internet.
Kennedy Hayes is following this developing story for us. Kennedy, what's the latest?
Terrence and Sylvia, it hit AT&T users across the country. Now, Verizon and T-Mobile say their networks were not affected, though some of their customers had issues calling or texting AT&T phones. Now, no word yet on what caused this, but a defense official tells us that they have
no total transparency. It should be interesting to see how long it takes for them to come out with what really happened. I'm going to play you a video after this where our Metra was having some problems a couple of weeks ago. They finally came out with what happened there. But, yeah, a lot of lack of transparency seems to be the theme these days for some reason.
No indication this was a cyber attack. Now, in the most recent statement from AT&T, a spokesperson says, quote, "We have restored wireless service to all of our affected customers. We sincerely apologize to them. Keeping our customers connected remains our top priority, and we are taking steps to ensure our customers do not experience this again in the future." And according to outage tracker Down Detector, customers in at least 9 major cities reported AT&T outages.
Nationwide outage there for AT&T. Look at that. All the major cities. Seems kind of fishy.
This morning, including Los Angeles, Dallas, Chicago, Atlanta, and Miami. The problem started popping up around 3:30 ET, and I spoke to a cybersecurity expert about how tech companies investigate these issues.
There's so many things that can cause a problem like this, whether it's a hardware issue or, something with, changing software or making some kind of update. When you think of something as critical to daily life and life safety as the cellular networks and systems, you can certainly be sure that people are working very hard on this.
Down Detector says at the height of the outages around 11 a.m., there were around 74,000 outages, including in Chicago. Most phone users had issues with texting and calling on their mobile phones, but some also had trouble with their home phones and internet. Now, even if your cell phone network goes down, there is a Wi-Fi calling feature that you can find in your settings. In Denver, Kennedy Hayes, Fox 32 Chicago.
Have you seen this viral fat-burning brownie drink?
So there's that. Let me get this Metra one up here. They finally came clean on what happened with the Metra. which also happened at the same time as the oil refinery, which we still haven't heard what happened in Whiting, Indiana, which has caused our gas to spike up to $3.50 a gallon now. Went up like 50 cents in a matter of a week. But anyway, it looks like the vendor at Metra has fallen on the sword and came out and addressed the Metra board and said that they were to blame. So let's listen to that.
More today about the issues with the Metra app that occurred earlier this month. The app's creators are now saying they accept full responsibility for this. Metra was designed by a company called Cubic. It crashed the same day that Metra...
which they publicized before it went live that this company had done it for other transportation companies across the world and was, up on all this stuff and was part of their core business. Didn't seem to help.
rolled out new fares and zoning. The issues continued for days. Cubic executives spoke before the Metra board
Days as translated at least a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
this week, saying they had been preparing for the launch since April of last year, but failed to uncover...
Not preparing very well. Let's retrace that one. They've been preparing since last April. They're poor preparers.
last year, but failed to uncover the load structure issue.
Let's play that one more time.
They had been preparing for the launch since April of last year.
April!
Failed to uncover the load structure issue.
The change to the app centered around the new fare structure, which was incredibly complex. What we realized was that our load testing was not structured in a way to which we may have uncovered the issue.
Yeah, I mean, the first failure of this magnitude is shame on you. If it happens again, shame on us.
Hanover Park Mayor and Metra Director Rod Craig is suggesting the Metra Board consider hiring another vendor. Cubic says it has improved the app since the February 1st crash and has assigned a designated task force to monitor that app during peak times.
So there you go. We finally get some answers on that at least, or at least someone that wanted to take the blame. I'll let you decide what you think happened there. So now let's go on to our buddy J.B. Pritzker, who has decided to raise taxes. But here's his thoughts on